The Simpsons haven't slept in a month. Lisa is on the verge of a breakdown. The anxious little Lucky has chewed off all its fur. Abe is even on a portable toilet. It turns out the airplane route was changed to go over the Simpsons' house. Every time a plane flies over, the violent shaking of the house makes even eating a problem. They had to go to the aviation authority, but the staff's reason was actually the original route was interfering with the mating of local wildlife. Homer had to put the house up for sale. The buyers were satisfied, but as soon as they stepped outside, a plane flew over, blowing them into the bushes. Lisa suggested they could go to the congressman. Homer accused Lisa of not saying so earlier. Lisa said that every time she tried to speak, the congressman felt deeply sympathetic to their situation, got so worked up that he actually died. A new congressman will be elected next month. Bart found his idol, asked for help. If the clown becomes congressman, he'll definitely help them solve the problem. Soon, the clown started giving speeches everywhere, addressing the Latino community. He read a passage in Latin on stage. After he finished, the audience was shocked. It turned out that when translated, it was an insult to their ancestors. When the clown was trying to win over female voters, he made jokes about women's figures. Marge tried to smooth things over for him, but the clown compared her to tomatoes and melons. Another candidate even brought up the clown's previous negative news. This made the already unpopular clown plunge straight into a public opinion whirlwind. The clown was furious. The person I was before doesn't represent who I am now. As soon as he finished speaking, a plane actually crashed straight into the house. The Simpsons were completely despair. Bart shaped his food to look like Homer. Then he started venting his anger, because Homer is a terrible father. Bart took his parents to court. The reason was Homer's anger management issues.
You loud! You loud!
Just like this. Even though things were this bad, the judge still thought preteen kids shouldn't be sent away. Homer thought he'd won. That's when the judge spoke again.
That boy's about as safe living with you as a crawdad in a gumbo shack.
The judge declared Bart emancipated, and ordered Homer to pay half his salary to Bart. Bart finally got the freedom he wanted. Even though Marge begged him to stay repeatedly, Bart firmly shook off her hand. Watching Bart really about to leave, Homer ran out the door, hurls harsh words at Bart, but staring at the car driving away, Homer couldn't hold back anymore and started sobbing, holding his head. Bart smoothly moved into the attic. He called his good friend to show off his new life. But at night, living alone in the empty room, Bart couldn't help but feel a little scared. Suddenly, a mouse appeared beside him. Scared, Bart quickly took the elevator to escape, but accidentally ended up at a skateboarding party. Bart met the skateboarding pro Hawk there, and had the best night of his life. On the other side, Homer actually started learning how to love his kids. A week later, it was finally the day to visit Bart. Homer apologized to Bart for his past behavior, hoping Bart would move back home. He found out Bart didn't want to go home because he was going to a skateboarding competition. To regain his son's trust, Homer secretly colluded with Hawk in advance, challenged Hawk in the competition, and won. Homer admitted his mistakes to Bart, hoping to get a chance to make amends. Father and son finally reconciled. The stamp museum that was supposed to be built next door to The Simpsons ended up becoming a cemetery thanks to The Simpsons' efforts to block it. To stop the construction crew from working, Homer chained himself to their truck, and even got Bart to join in, but Bart actually started having fun with it. Marge stuck a hairpin into the machine's gears, causing the vehicle to malfunction and explode. The workers catcalled a beautiful woman walking by, so Homer followed suit, dressing in something skimpy. That made the workers so nauseated they couldn't eat. In the end, they successfully drove the construction crew away. The neighbors all came over to thank them. The next second, the reporter announced that the stamp museum would be relocated, and the cemetery would be built here instead. Soon, the cemetery was completed. It was really creepy. Only Lisa's room faced directly onto the cemetery. Lisa mumbled that she believed in science, that there were no ghosts in the world. But the next second, her cat appeared carrying a skull, scaring Lisa into diving under her parents' covers. Homer had to make some space for her. To get Lisa to go back to her own room, Homer promised to take her to the stamp museum. What was originally right down the street from their house now required a 40-minute drive to reach. Carl even got rich by collecting parking fees there. Homer was really jealous. That night, it started raining outside. When Lisa went to close the window, she accidentally noticed someone was burying a person alive. Lisa had to run to her parents' room again. To set a good example for their kids, Homer and Marge moved into Lisa's room. They quickly realized just how terrifying that room really was, so they scrambled back to their own bedroom.